But he says, anyways, they don't allow sea elves or Triton into this section of the city. Oddly enough, they allow outsiders.
Hmm.
And that's why, and he kind of gestures, I've been trying to hire adventurers. This
Wait, what did McDonald look like? Was he
he's a bald, dark-skinned human with a full beard.
I don't trust him.
Okay.
Do I know where Ronald McDonald lives?
You can assume he lives in the tavern. It's a 3-story tavern. The bottom
Okay.
floor is food and drink. Second
Is
floor
it
is
nice?
rooms. It's very nice, and the third floor is his house.
So he's rich. Okay.
He's not rich. He's well off.
He's well off.
Yeah. You also, he's an outsider. He's a human, and you would both know that outsiders have only recently been allowed into the city after the king gave a decree. So he hasn't been
What's
here
a
long.
king? What is he?
The king?
A Triton?
The king is a Triton.
Okay. But the Triton aren't allowed up into the higher part of the city.
No, the Warforged aren't allowed in the higher part of the city.
Oh, okay. The Triton. Okay.
The Triton and the Sea Elves have full domain over everything.
Okay. So the Warforged are slaves.
Pretty much.
And
That's
Triton
from what he said
are
and what you
chilling.
know. You can guess that it
You
is a
guys, an
form of
outsider.
slavery.
Okay. I'm on the Warforged side. I don't know about you, Manny, but
I can't really say.
But anyways,
okay.
he basically says, we need to open up a line of dialogue. I just need you. What is that noise? That's weird. He goes, I just need someone to get to the leader and open up a diplomatic channel to see if we can resolve this issue. Now,
Alright.
I will pay 450 gold for this each.
I like gold.
He goes 50 gold up front for supplies and then 400 upon completion of the job.
I'm sold.
I like that. I like that.
Okay. He goes,
So
excellent.
at the 450 now.
He goes 50 up front, 400 when the job is complete.
Got it. Adding the 50 right now.
Okay. He says, if I see we made a deal. And he gestures, and one of the guards produces a sack and pulls out 2 tinier sacks and sets them one in front of each of you. And you open it and you count it. It is each 50 gold. But you do notice immediately, it's not like your standard gold coin. It's like, it's gold. It is gold, but it's kind of, it's got like a wave on it, like a symbol. So you can.
I look at their bag and I notice that there's another stack in there.
Yes, there's another sack. He's like, there was supposed to be a third member, but they apparently didn't make it. But if they show up, the price stands 400 for each of you.
Okay.
Not together, 400 each. You each get 400 gold.
Okay.
But he goes, but the 50 gold is for supplies. Now, the bowels are somewhat safe. I can't say they're completely safe because there are incursions into the lower levels by sea spawn, merfolk, sahagin, and other sea creatures make their homes down there. And he goes, but one thing you both will definitely need, and he reaches into his pouch and he pulls out these two circular like collars, and he sets down one in front of each of you. And he goes, these are emergency buoys, or not buoys, emergency breathing apparatus.
All right.
EBAs, as we call them. If you're somehow stuck underwater, you can activate these and they will provide you with 30 minutes of oxygen.
30 minutes of oxygen, but that's only if we're underwater, right?
Yeah, only if you're
So
underwater.
Is this like a refillable or what?
After a day, it recharges.
I'm keeping this.
Because feel free to. You might need them down there. But he goes, just be careful down there. We don't need any first off, we don't want this man. We don't want Augustus killed or harmed in any way. That would probably lead to a much more serious
Augustus?
situation. Augustus is the name of the Warforged leader.
Got it.
But he says that could lead to a much more serious situation, and we would like to avoid that.
Avoid what? Sorry, I was kind of zoning out.
Killing. He says don't harm or kill the Warforged leader Augustus.
Okay.
Just talk to him, see if you can come to some kind of agreement where they'll open up deliberations.
Maybe take a side. Okay. I didn't say that.
I know. But he says just be tactful. Don't. First off, I don't know how they'll react if you tell them I sent you. They may get a little defensive. But we're running out of options since they've cordoned off this section of the city. My men can't get in. My last hope is to send in adventurers. So just...
I immediately turn into the shape of Xhan, but I'm 5 feet tall, so I look like a giant
Kobold. Or Dragonborn.
kobold. Is he a Dragonborn or
No, he's a
kobold?
kobold.
I just
but-
look at him and I said, "Now you're just mocking me."
Will this work?
But he goes, that may come in handy. You could appear as a Warforged and gain entrance. That whatever means you can.
Wait,
without...
didn't he turn into a kobold that looked like me?
Yeah, he turned into a
Yeah,
kobold.
but I'm taller.
He looks like... That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He looks almost like a Dragonborn, because kobolds and Dragonborn are very similar.
Yeah.
In my world, they are.
But if he's looking like me, though.
Yeah, he looks identical to you, just taller.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't go any shorter. It's the best I can do.
It's okay. You're making fun of my height. I got it.
He Octo claps his hands together and says, but that's about it. Gather some supplies, some rations. The bowels of Estaan are quite large. So, and it's not like up here. There's not shops. There's not taverns. It's totally utilitarian. It's manufactured to benefit the city. It is not a pleasant place to live. There are settlements down there of Warforgeds and even some outsiders who've made their way down there to explore and, archaeological expeditions. But, just be careful. I don't need any more dead adventurers on my mind. And with that,
Oh, yeah?
he kind of
What kind?
Insight check.
make an insight check.
Aha!
I'm trying to find out if he actually cares. Ooh. Finally. 22.
All right, and Manny?
14.
14. With a 22, he's giving off this kind of like air of superiority. He's kind of like, I can't believe I have to send. He's giving that kind of like, I shouldn't even be talking.
He doesn't want to rely on.
Yeah, he doesn't want to rely on you. He's like, I shouldn't even be sending them. He kind of gives that like, this is a waste of time. But he's out of options.
Yeah.
You also get the feeling this isn't the first time he's had this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And as he mentioned he didn't want to have to do this again. You get the feeling maybe you're not the first group of adventurers he sent down there.
Yeah.
And that kind of is like, okay, now what?
Oh, we're staying in his tavern, right?
It's not his tavern. It's just a tavern.
Well, okay.
But yeah, he goes, just anytime you head down there, just gather some supplies, some food and rations, water, rope. There should be plenty of fresh water
Lots
down
of
there.
rope.
Oh, yes, there's plenty of fresh water down there. We pump it up from an aquifer.
I'm assuming there's also a toilet.
He goes, the world is your toilet. No, the sewer system down there, it's like being in the woods. You'll have to find your own way. Like I said, it's not like a city. It's literally, they
Do
call
you
it
have
yes.
TP?
He goes, you can certainly buy some at a store.
Magical TP?
You could enchant some magical TP. I
Yes.
don't
I would
know
like that.
how that would work.
Do you have pop-up days.
How many minutes has this conversation been going on, Logan?
A couple minutes now. And you
That's
see,
enough. That's enough.
yeah.
That's enough time. I immediately replied back to him in his voice. That would be a good thing too. I need to go ahead and make sure we get this done.
He kind of looks at you and like, he's kind of like, not shocked, but off-put by the fact that you can, you've looked like him and now you sounded like him. And you kind of see him like look to his guards and they're in like this, they're not like
They're
reaching,
getting
they're not
spooked,
reaching
like-
for their weapons, but they're kind of like off-put.